Oh, here's a gem that I came across. So, Henry Cejudo goes on social media today, and he puts out what is designed to look like a fight poster of him and Demetrius Johnson with like a text on it of "what if," or "what if this happened again." Okay, just hold the thought. Everything that Henry is doing is so baffling and so strange and so wonderful, but you've got to look at the Henry Cejudo timeline. This was a guy who busted into the sport at a very young age with an Olympic gold medal. And as much as Henry achieved within this sport, he had the potential, and it seemed very clear that he was going to achieve everything that he went on to do, but he had like the world's slowest path. I mean, Henry Cejudo was a guy who couldn't promote a fight when he had a fight coming up. He concludes his career to be the most decorated combat athlete of all time. Oh, and by the way, he not only knew how to promote by the time he was done, he gets credit for saving an entire division that is still there to this day. So you have a guy who couldn't promote a fight that he had coming up, who goes on to be so good at promoting that he saves a division, who then in retirement still finds a way to keep his name in the headlines. I'm only telling you this is baffling because I don't know what his end game here is. I have a guess. My guess is that Henry is not done and Henry is coming back. My guess is supported by the fact that Henry said if he could get Volkanovski, he will go ahead and come back. He even said if he could get Ryan Garcia in Abu Dhabi in a boxing ring, he'll go ahead and go do that. We've seen pictures of him. We know that he's training. We just saw him doing something with Mike Tyson, but they had the gloves on and he had a sweat going, so it means he's still curious. He's still in the gym. He's still working hard. That's the only life that he knows. And by the way, he's got us over here at Bad Guy Inc. making videos about him because we are curious. Now, let's just say that I'm wrong. Let's say that the information that I've been given by Henry himself that says he would come back for X, Y, and or Z is false, and he's just trying to keep the dialogue going. Well, that's brilliant too. There's no reason that when his career, when that light dims out, whether he chose it or not, there's no reason that he just needs to go away. There's no reason that the character and the phenomenon of Henry Cejudo and the narrative needs to go away. And quite frankly, there is very few things that you can do in the world of marketing better than being baffling. Baffling's not even a word that you get to use in life very often. You have really succeeded at something when you do it. You guys want to know one of my favorite marketing ploys in recent memory? Do you remember when IHOP changed the P and added a B to IHOB? And they said they were going to do all new signs and all new menus, and it was going to be multi-million dollars to rechange all of the restaurants. And the P was going to change from pancakes to burgers because now they were going to start focusing on burgers much as they had done on It was this whole dialogue, of which didn't cost them very much money, if any, because they just came out with a few commercials and they got some print and digital advertising. They did a few social media pieces, and they had CNN was covering this. MSNBC, Fox News, you name it. If it was a news outlet, they were covering the fact that IHOP was now IHOB. Then they come out with the big reveal of, just kidding, we're not doing that at all, but we did want you to know we've added burgers to our menu item. I mean, this was brilliant because it was baffling. It'd be the weirdest thing in the world if the International House of Pancakes quit doing pancakes and was now the International House of Burgers. But at the same time, they convinced you they were doing, they're like, pancakes had a good run, but now we're getting into this burger thing. Guys, it was just great. And the reason I offer that in comparison to Henry Cejudo is I still don't know what his end game is. I don't know if he's really trying to box Ryan Garcia. I don't know if he really wants to come and fight Volkanovski. I do know Henry very well. I know he's a competitor at heart. It would be very hard for him to turn down a world title fight and to be a champ, in addition to champ from the freestyle wrestling Olympic Games at 121 pounds. I mean, it would be something very enticing, I would have to imagine. At the same time, as much as I want to tell you I'm armed with this information to form my hypothesis, I'm also armed with the fact that I watched him go on TV, leave the title behind, and pass it on to the next crew and walk away from a very lucrative contract, which, by the way, because he's not the champion, loses his championship clause, which is not for near as much money, which he has also stated is what his main motivation would be in the first place. Which leaves me at baffled.